Well, good evening, you guys. Today is Thursday. It is Thankful Thursday, and you welcome to Love with Ledet Conversations. I am here with my beautiful sister, Pierre, and my God, you guys are in for a treat this evening. I'm telling you, you are in for a spectacular treat. By the time we get through these stories of how we met each other and all of that, we're going to get into some good trouble because you cannot have Jay on your show without getting into some good trouble. It's not possible. It's just not possible. I always like to say how I met people, and I like to give you a little background about them. Let me just introduce who Jay is. A lot of people know who Jay is, but I want to introduce her and give you a little background about her. And I'm sorry, first of all, for you guys that don't know me, my name is Benita Ledet, and I am the founder of A Unique Heart. And I love having love conversations, no matter what it's about. I just feel like where there's a space to share love or bring love, um, that's what I love to do. So let me go ahead and introduce Jay. Okay, Jay Pierre advocates. She is the founder and curator of the Woman's Earth. Jay Pierre advocates for women of color to heal their minds, bodies, and spirits. Her purpose is to inspire the lives of her sisters to live their full, fulfilled lives. And through intentional self-care and work-life balance, through the Woman's Earth movement, she curates sacred and safe spaces to facilitate healing, fun, and transformative experiences in the spirit of sisterhood. Her love for travel and learning about different cultures is the reason she's choosing exotic destinations to host her self-love retreats. Mm, mm, mm. Whew, okay. Jay earned a Bachelor of Science in Psychology from Sam Houston State University, a Master's in Public Administration with the emphasis in Human Resources Management from Texas Southern University, TSU. She's a certified human resources consultant with over 17 years of experience in nonprofit and for-profit administration. Jay is a graduate of the SHEER Stimulating Urban Renewal through Entrepreneurship Program at the University of Houston and Frost Bank Entrepreneurship Program. Jay is also a birth doula who advocates for maternal health and awareness for Black mothers and is a board member for Healthy Women Houston. Jay has been recognized as an influencer, community leader, and is currently an elite brand ambassador for the Oprah magazine. When she's not or not carrying out the duties of her workpreneur life, you can find Jay simply enjoying time with her family and friends, taking a yoga or dance class, traveling, and having childlike fun with her two doggies, Cupid and Neptune. My goodness. Does that speak volume? Does that speak volume to you? Like, she's dedicating her life to sisterhood and just uplifting women and giving us a sacred space to just be. I always like to share a story of how I meet my guests when they come in, and I just cannot. If I wanted to just say everything I want to say about Jay, we'd be on here for 2 hours. And I know we don't have that much time, but let me just say
Benita, can I ask you to join me again on IG because I crashed it and
Okay.
I need people to see this.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay, let's see.
Because I'm on here with A Unique Heart, honey. And
Okay.
yes.
There we go. Did it go?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Is it on now?
Yes. Okay. I'm sorry, sis.
No, that's okay. I was into it. Okay. But if I could sum Jay up in one word, I would say exceptional. That is my one word that I would sum Jay. She she makes sure that you feel like she's your sister's keeper. You know, it's like if she don't know what she can do for you, she's going to reach out to another sister to see how she can help or assist you. That name, my sister's keeper, that is who Jay is. When I first met Jay, it was in Galveston, and we met through a mutual friend, and I went to her first retreat in Galveston, and everybody knows me. When I first meet you, I'm kind of quiet, reserved, laid back. I'm just kind of observing. You don't really know who I am. You don't really know how to take me or whatever, because I give a persona of like it's something about her. I don't know who she is, but I kind of like her, but I got to check her out. You know, that's the kind of what people do when they first meet me, you know. And so I was quiet and reserved. I was just checking the tribe out. That's just what I was doing. But honey, by the time I checked that tribe out on the first go round, let me tell you, we went to Galveston. I didn't know any of these sisters. I took my best friend. I told her she better mind and better not make me look bad in front of these sisters, because I didn't know them. So I had that lecture with her to make sure that she done what she was supposed to do, so that we could meet these women and like just have a really good weekend in sisterhood. So anyway, we get to Galveston. We didn't know the agenda or nothing. Like, we just went there and just like, it was an experience of a lifetime. That's just the best way I could describe it. So then after I got to know the women, and then Jay announced a couple of months later at her New Year's Eve brunch that she would be going to Trinidad the next year. I knew I had to be there. Like, I knew I had finally found a sisterhood that I could travel with and do things with. And so from there, it's just been a sisterhood like no other. And that's my story. And I have so much more to share, but we got to get into Jay. And we got to get into Jay and give her an opportunity to share with you guys her experience with me, her experience with maybe Love in the Box or the Self-Love Journal, her experience maybe with the Self-Love Retreat we did, just any one of those experiences that she can share with you guys from her point of view. And then after that, we're going to dive into her platform, because my God, we have some stories for y'all. So without further ado, I bring to you Miss J. Pierre. It's yours, sis.
Girl, you making me feel official. First of all, you know that I love you deep, deep. And I mentioned this when we were on our tribe call Monday, but to be able to witness you in full bloom,
yes,
it's amazing. It's amazing, because you are such a beautiful person. You have so much wisdom, and you have a way of sharing it and empowering others with a constant smile on your face, effortlessly. You're one of those folks that if you were going through something, unless you chose to share it,
right,
you wouldn't even know. So I appreciate all the kind words, sis, but the blessing is definitely mine to be in this sisterhood with you. 2017, now we in 2020. I definitely consider this a lifelong sisterhood. And you know, we've been through some things.
yes,
We've been through some things.
yes,
And we've seen some things. But if I were to share a story, there's so many. God, I think it really just goes back to the feeling that you feel when you're in a space with women. You know, if I were to be completely transparent, you hear so many things about women getting in a space. There's so much pressure. How do I look? You know, just a networking event. You know, how do I look? Who's going to be there? This, that, the other. And in Houston, where we are, it's a very, people know everybody, but at the same time, it can be very cliquish. I mean, if I were to be honest, it can.
yeah.
And I've never really fit well in a clique per se. It's like I have friends and my friends have friends kind of thing. But when you can come into a space where you might come there with the expectation that, okay, I got to be on stage, I got this, I got that, I got to be aware of this and that, I'm not sure how it's going to work out. And then you get there and you realize that, oh, I'm really accepted for who I am. Oh, these women really act like they care about me and my well-being. Okay, I'll get a little vulnerable. Oh, they actually genuinely support each other. They're sharing. No judgment. Oh, they're real. Oh, they do everything. They twerk, but they also handle business. They run businesses. They're executives. Like, wow, you know. And when you can get in a space where you're given permission to love endlessly, that's already going to set you up to heal from the inside out. So being able to curate now with others that space is absolutely amazing for other women.
Yes.
Specifically women of color.
Yes. Is the Instagram acting up again?
I think I paused the video on IG.
Okay.
Let me.
You can say, join us on the original Love in a Box on Facebook.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to try to. I can't even get in the comments. So I'm going to have to end it.
Okay.
Now I see why people end these things and then.
Yeah, because it's something about Instagram. That's why I don't really. You know what? Let me see if I can type it in the comment. Oh, I would say live video ended. Okay.
Oh, I just.
Okay. Because
I just did it. So let me. I don't want to delete it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Technology, y'all. Technology.
Mm-hmm. And it happens when you're live. It's not pre-recorded. So you're gonna have these kind of issues.
Okay, now I see. I was able to add it to my camera rolls. I think we're good.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so I thought I was able to add it to my camera roll. Sorry, y'all. I'm all messed up.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That's what happens when we're live. We're good.
I just don't know how to save it without having to share it to IGTV. I feel like that's the only option it's giving me.
Oh yeah, yeah, because it's longer than a minute, huh?
Yeah, I'll just share it. Okay.
And then you can let them know to join us on the original Love in a Box on Facebook. Or you might be able to share it on your page too. If you see it online. Mm-hmm.
Conversation.
So I might be able to share it with you.
Conversations. Okay. Oh, you know what? Hmm? That's not what I wanted to share.
Oh.
What is going on here? That's not what I wanted to share.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it did share, but it just put a different, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and Donnie would say that's the only option for long videos. Hey, Adonia. Hey, Ursulette. Hey,
y'all.
Hey, Thesha.
I'm on here trying to figure it out.
Hey, Janice.
Okay, I'm going to put it in the comments when it comes back up. All right.
Okay. Okay. So we'll continue where we left off. You was just saying how you were sharing one of your stories. As to like how we met or or an experience that you were trying to share. And I think you were just saying like it was about like knowing that you can be in a sacred space and be yourself and those type things. So that's kind of where we left off.
And when I think about a sacred space, because the Woman's Earth is about, we're a collective of women that curate these spaces for other women, specifically women of color, right? Mm-hmm. So when I think about one of the many sacred spaces that have been curated, I got to talk about your self-love retreat.
Oh my God, yes.
It's one thing to be able to plan a really good event, mm-hmm. right? Like there are so many women doing some amazing empowerment events, workshops, what have you. Mm-hmm. It's another thing to be able to plan a really good event, mm-hmm. and then literally every single detail you have the sisters who have signed up for your event in mind, mm-hmm. down to, you know, probably the damn eyeshadow color. I don't know.
Ursulette is on here. She can chime in and tell us. Ursulette can come in and tell them about it.
Anita planned an amazing event. We definitely cultivated a space of healing in that event. We definitely let our guards down so that we could receive and soak up what was necessary for the seeds that were planted at that event.
Yes.
Grass grows faster when it's cut. Mm-hmm. And we had to cut down a lot of stuff.
Yes.
But it was done in such a safe, loving space. And you were the ultimate mama bear. And gave your all. You absolutely gave your all. We already knew it was going to be pretty. We already knew it was going to smell pretty. We already knew it was going to look. We already knew that because it was coming from you.
Yeah.
But you absolutely gave your all. And because you planned it so holistically with every woman in mind, we walked away with holistic healing. We walked away with holistic understanding of our next steps. We walked away whole. And doing those types of events, you know, you go to a conference and you have this like high, you know, it's like, I conquer the world. I was just mm-hmm. conference and I'm ready to just do whatever. Mm-hmm. But healing is different from empowering.
Yes.
It is.
It is.
And they're both needed, and they're both needed. Empowering is saying, I'm empowering you to do this. I feel empowered. But empowerment, while it is needed, it's a thing. I get empowered all the time. I empower all the time. It can be much like a fuse.
Yes.
It can go out.
Yes.
One trigger, one word, one wrong phone call, one fool at work, whatever the case may be, boom, it can change it.
It's gone.
But when you heal a certain wound in your life, that is a cycle that has been broken, and it is healed.
And it is healed. Just like that.
Just like that.
It's like a breakthrough. You know, it's like a breakthrough that you've been needing, and it finally, like you finally got it. And then when you finally got it, you feel the release, the impact, the aha moment, the everything all in one moment.
That's right.
It's like you've been wanting it and you've been praying for it. And finally it's like I got it. Like, it's like it hits you and you just release it, you know? And when you finally get that feeling of whatever that thing was, my God, nobody, a mood or a phone call can't change that. They can't change that, you know? And I agree with you, Jay. It's like, I think what you were saying, it's like you can be motivated. You can go to some of these things and be motivated. You can be motivated, like you're saying, when you leave out, you on fire, oh, you're going to do this, do that, whatever. But whatever that thing was that was still in you, it doesn't take much to trigger it. And so it's back. It just came back from somebody interrupting that flow of you being on your high. But if you're healed from it, can't nobody trigger that emotion anymore. They can't trigger it at all. So that's what being getting truly healed is all about, from whatever that thing is, whatever it is. And I just, that's the one thing that I love about you, is that we went to your retreats, even like you were saying with my retreat, we came there. Even I think the thing that amazed me at the retreat that we did together was the young lady Lauren from Florida.
Mm-hmm.
She was the first one to register. As soon as Jay posted the flyer, she was the first one to register. And I didn't even know she was from Florida, y'all, because so many things was going on at that time. I was so busy trying to build Love in the Box and all of that. I didn't even know. I didn't know until the very end, when it was time to send her out, like the messages and the reminders and all that. And she says, well, I'm coming in from Hobby, and I need to know, what's the best. I said, Hobby? I said, where you from? She say Florida. And let me tell y'all how good God is. Houston flooded the Friday before the retreat.
It sure did.
Houston weather was so bad, y'all. I just kept saying, oh my God, we're gonna have to cancel. We was on a group text. Instead of staying in contact with Lauren to say, okay, if things get too bad and you can't come, we're gonna let you know. But I kept praying, I kept saying, because I said, God, if this woman, if she registered from Florida and was the first one to register, she really needs this healing. She knew what she wanted. She didn't even bring nobody with her, y'all. She came by herself. So here is the
did.
And then my cousin Jenee was there, and my God, she got her breakthrough. And then Ursulette was there. I mean, it was a magical, beautiful time. But I have to give y'all the story from Lauren. So as you know, when you do a retreat, you got to do the cleanup and all of this afterwards. So I was packing up all of the stuff, and Lauren was the last one to leave. Jenee and Lauren, because I think they was making sure my car was packed up and all that. So Lauren looked at me. We had a ceremony in Galveston earlier in that day, which was, oh my God, it was beautiful. It's just beautiful. So later on, we had the brunch, and then we was packing up and we was leaving. Lauren, y'all, she looked me in the eye and she said, Benita, because she came down there and she had a little situation she was dealing with, whatever. I'm not going to go into her details. But what she said was, Benita, when I went to Galveston, I was, you notice I never looked back. She said, I released all of my pain and my hurt in that water. Is what she said. She said, I never looked back. She said, from this day forward, I'm going to look forward and never look back. And I'm never going to let that pain from the past hurt me ever again. When I tell y'all she broke me down, I was like, my God, I was like, this is why it was meant for her to come to this retreat.
Absolutely.
She was eyeball to eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
And this is an older lady. Like, she could be my mom,
Mm-hmm.
And she looked me eyeball to eyeball and she said, thank you so much. She said, I see why they call you the heart healer. I have been healed this weekend.
That's right. And let me talk about the healing aspect, because even me, I go back and forth with, we facilitate healing, but we don't heal. But there are healers.
Yes.
And God has been healing through people since the beginning of time.
My God, you better say that.
And it's an ordained assignment.
Yes.
And you don't have to look a certain way, be a certain way. Mm-hmm. Jesus' disciples were all of the wrongdoers, all of the outcasts.
All of that.
And not to say that you got to be of the Christian faith. I'm just speaking from my point of view.
Just generally.
And I'm just saying, yeah, there are healers. And you can hold that space and be ordained to hold sacred space for someone and facilitate their healing.
Right.
And when it happens, you know it. You know, it's always that, you know, it's always that pivotal moment in your life where you're like, I'm different.
Yes.
I feel different.
Yeah.
I am different. I feel like I've released something and I'm never, ever holding that thing again. I will still have challenges. I will still experience life. But that one, that's a lesson I'm not going to learn anymore.
That's right.
Emotional wounds also leave scars.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to forget it. You're going to always know that that was your experience, but the way that it impacts you is different. It
Yes.
no longer feels like weights or
Yes.
keeping you from being able to move forward, up and onward. Now it is a reflection that perhaps you use as a testimony, perhaps you use to teach your children, other children in your life, perhaps you use just as a reminder that this is a part of my story.
Yes.
And I'm no longer ashamed or I no longer lack forgiveness. It's part of who I am. And I'm happy and proud of it because if I didn't have this experience, I wouldn't have had the experience of healing to get through it.
Right. And Jay, what I'm liking what you're saying, just to be in agreement with you, when it is a part of your story, now you can share your glory.
Yes.
Afterwards, you know what I mean? There's
Yes.
always a light or a sun at the end of the tunnel. Like, yes, I went through this, but look at me now. You look at yourself being a conqueror or a triumph. When you know that you're no longer hurting from that thing that hurt you, everybody can see the light. If you still wrestling with that thing, then you're not healed. I don't care what you say, what you do, you ain't healed. When you finally get past whatever that thing is, and you can look at eyeball to eyeball and you can talk about it without it hurting you anymore, oh yeah, you healed. And it is a part of your testimony. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And you're empowered when you think about the people who have a lot of influence in terms of empowerment or just influence over connecting with others. They are probably individuals who have been very transparent about what they've gone through, how they've gotten through it, and ultimately how they've healed. Anyone from Oprah to Cardi B, that influence is a result of an authenticity that they have about their healing. Because when somebody is on the other end of that screen, on the other end of that magazine, that TV or whatever, hears that, it's like, dang, they've been through that. I've been through that. I can connect with that. And if they can get over that, I can get over that. And then when you strip that thing all the way down, it's like hurt connects us just as much as love does.
Yes.
And we all will experience emotional pain. And when we can remember that that's not something to suppress or look at as weakness, but it's something to look at as humanness, then it'll allow us to exercise the compassion needed to connect with individuals on a daily.
That's right.
Even individuals that we feel like may not deserve our compassion, but they have a story that they came with, and they are representing all of the wounds that they have experienced that may or may not have been dealt with and healed.
That's right. That's right. So, Jay, it's about time for you to just share your platform. Like, you need to tell the people what is the Woman's Earth all about. You need to tell them what you do. They need to know who Pierre is. Like, give it to them, sis. And whatever you forget, I'm gonna chime in because they need to know what the Woman's Earth is all about.
Absolutely. Well, the Woman's Earth is a collective of progressive and business-minded women who curate sacred and safe spaces for women of color. The Woman's Earth started when my self-love healing journey started over 7 years ago. I took a break from corporate America. It was a time in my life when I was feeling very defeated, yet I had lots of hope. And I've always known that I wanted to work with women, empower women, help women in any way. And from that very low point in my life, came a very huge high of opening a studio in Third Ward called the Woman's Earth Nurturing Studio. It became a space for women to come to just breathe, literally meditate, learn how to, and it just organically grew into a safe haven to come to learn about holistic health and wellness that at that time in Third Ward, you didn't get that. It was very rare that you would be able to just go and get that information in such a space. So it became a space for folks. And then it just like, I want to host this, I want to host that. And it just grew from there. And then developing the membership, which ultimately cultivated a sacred sisterhood. And now I love curating self-love retreats because it's a way to get away, unplug, and really address the things inside of us that's keeping us from our ultimate happiness. And we do it in an environment that is safe, that is fun, that is beautiful. And I'm like Benita, I do plan down to the detail.
Yeah, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes.
And it's fun to be able to roll out the red carpet for another woman and just really show her that you are worthy of this and so much more.
Right.
It's such a beautiful feeling to be able to pour into other women like that. Yes. Just, you are royalty, dude. Don't forget who you are. I don't care what you going through. That crown may tilt, it may act a fool, it may look crazy, but you still got it on your head. And I'm gonna help you get it up right. And anytime that you need help again in the future, I got you.
Right.
Truly.
Right. So let me just say this. Now, it is a space of love. It is a space of sisterhood. We do travel together. But let's be clear, it is also a place where we serve.
Amen.
We do serve. We serve the community, and we serve it on a global level. We serve on a global level.
That's right.
When we come, Jay, whatever events or ideas she come up with, she will reach out to her tribe and say, hey, I need you to volunteer for this, A, B, and C. So it's not just a thing of just, looking good and having fun at the retreats, whatever. You're going to actually put in some work, and you're actually going to serve, just so that everybody's needs can be met and be accommodated. And so after you, and Ursula says, and she makes you feel very safe. That's right, Ursula. She does. Like it's very hard to get with a group of women, and you're thinking about you're thinking it might be some mess or, some drama, or it can be uncomfortable or whatever. Nothing like that. Yeah. Nothing. If anybody that knows me, they know if you want to run me away, bring me some drama. Bring me some drama and watch me distance watch me distance from you about 100 feet or more, or permanently. Bring me some drama. Yeah, I don't do drama.
So this is on the drama, Lord.
I don't do drama, so it is a sacred place that we have a good time, and to know that you got sisters that you can travel internationally with. I mean, how awesome is that? And then when we travel international, it draws other international women. Like, we did Galveston the first time. The second time we did Trinidad and Tobago. Last year we did Belize. And on the Belize trip, we ended up meeting women from Bermuda.
that are now our sister queens.
Yeah, now
Amazing.
there are members with us now. So it's just an amazing experience. But I think in order for you to really feel good and be a part of the membership or the tribe, is you got to be willing to want to share that space with other like-minded women.
That's right.
Yeah, if you're coming in for other intentions and all that, then it might not be a space for you.
It might not.
Yeah, it may not.
And you've witnessed,
Right.
You're serving women in that way.
Yeah.
You'd be naive to think that you won't have bumps in the road.
Right.
I work with, on average, work and serve and collaborate on average with 200 women a year.
Yes.
And there have been moments where I have felt like I don't want to do this no more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, make you feel like that. Yeah,
And I know at the core of it, this is who I am. I love it. I've evolved it. You're going to evolve. You're going to do different things, but it can be also very painful, But that's when you set your eyes on an attachment that you need to let go of.
Right.
And that's what I had to really kind of recenter and regroup. Pour into the ones that show up.
Yes, and keep your eyes on the prize, which is the ultimate sacred sisterhood. That was the ultimate reason why you formed the Woman's Earth. If anybody's seen the flyer this morning, when I was putting together her flyer last night, I was looking for, I wanted, a woman's hands in the earth. Like I was just Googling and searching images. And
girl, you did that.
Girl, when I saw that image of the woman holding the earth, I said, oh, this got to go with the flyer. I was like, oh, this is it. This is Jay. This is the woman's earth, and I was like, oh no, this got to go with it. And I mean, it's just the experience when you know what you know. Those kind of things. Let me just tell y'all, in Trinidad and Tobago, we were in the middle of the ocean. And in Trinidad and Tobago, I was going through my health challenge that I be telling y'all about. When I tell you my sisters got together and prayed over me, and they call it the healing bus. It was a healing bus. I was on the healing bus.
It was a healing bus, y'all.
Healing bus, y'all. Because we had bus transportation everywhere we went. But my sisters came, they prayed over me. And if I tell you that strength, and then other sisters, they knew I was weak. And Ursulette, thank God for Ursulette, because she was with me every step of the way. Like she made sure, like when all the other sisters was walking ahead, she knew it was hot out there. She knew that, I was weak, and that the heat, when you're already hot, I was like barely making it. But when I tell you, I pushed through that thing. And when I got back to Houston, I told my doctors I said, listen, I think I've been healed. That's what I told them. When I got back, I had got the energy to drive again because I hadn't been driving, So I know we were in the middle of the ocean. And we prayed together, y'all. We held a circle in the middle of the ocean, and Jay prayed over us, and she said, we can do anything. When she said that in that water, like she said, it's something that comes over you, and it's like a breakthrough or something. And I felt the Holy Spirit in that water. And she was so in the moment, she was like, we can do anything. And like, I felt it and I received it, like that was a moment can nobody ever take away from us ever.
Ever.
A sisterhood bond for a lifetime,
Done. It is bonded.
It's bonded. And
I'm getting chills thinking about it.
Oh my God. Like every time I see that video, like you just relive the moment because you was there, what that moment meant. Right. We had other sisters. I remember it was another sister. Now I know God put me on assignment on the spot. Now I'm out there trying to get healed. So it was another sister on the side of me. And she was like, her heart had been so bad. She was like, well, I don't even know how to feel love. She was like, yeah, she said, I don't know how to feel. She says, I got hurt so bad. I don't know if I can love again. Oh my God, what she tell me that for? Now here I go. Now I'm in the water trying to get healed. So I done took my hand and put it over her heart and got to praying over her. And so when we was coming back from the ocean and we had the dinner out on Paradise. What was it called? Paradise. Was it Paradise Island?
You know what I'm talking about? Just you asking, sis.
Yeah, but it's okay. Well, we were coming back from there.
We were in Paradise.
Yeah, in Paradise. And so when we was coming back from there, we'd had dinner all out, on the ocean thing. And when we came back from there, we was again back on our healing bus. She turned around and got up and said, she said, "Benita, thank you." She said, "I think I received my healing." She said, "I think I can love again." I was like, oh my God. I'm like, boy, you just so amazing. Like it's the stories and experiences like that. Like they're priceless. They're priceless.
It's innate within us.
Yeah.
This is who we are.
Yes.
This is where we come from.
Yeah.
We come from a lineage of people that were communal.
Yes.
We're communal people. Mm-hmm. When somebody is hurting, it's an issue of the community.
Yes.
And so therefore the community addresses the issue collectively. That's who we are. This society teaches us your problem is your problem. Yeah. And on some level, you got to protect your space. I got a whole segment on protecting your space.
That's a whole nother
other girl. We're going to have to do a part 2.
Yeah. Part 2. Yes.
But when you've made an agreement that you're going to hold sacred space for a community, back to the serving, and you show up to do that, it is something that you were born to do.
Yes.
This is what we do.
Right.
When a woman is given birth and they say that support system, that connection, feeling that love is going to help her be able to do what her body can naturally do, because the opposite of that feeling can restrict her, because if her body doesn't feel safe, it can cause complications in the birth. Every time you get ready to heal, you're rebirthing yourself into something else. And if you don't feel that love, that safe connection, if you don't have that support system, then even though you all together want to get that healing, it's going to cause restrictions and doubts and complications for you to get there. But when you do, Benita, I didn't look back. I left all of that in that water.
Oh my God. Yes, we did.
That's the result you get.
Yeah.
And it's much easier to hold sacred space in love than it is to be catty and wish bad on people.
Oh yeah, I don't even have time for that type of energy. First of all, me and Karma don't get along. That's first of all. So you're not even worth me doing nothing to you for something to come back on me. Me and Karma, Karma ain't even in my vocabulary. Me and her, we don't get along. I don't even like her name. No. So you ain't even worth me, girl. No, that's a whole nother. You know what? That's gonna be a topic for a whole. I might get a group of us on there for that.
Yes.
People need to know it's not worth doing anything to anybody, because it will come back. That you ain't with it.
What you put out is what you get back. I don't care what you say. That is just part of one of the universal laws. It's gonna happen. That's one way or another. It's gonna happen.
So Jay, I want to let the listeners know that you have something amazing coming up. Tomorrow.
Yes.
And we cannot get off of this conversation without you telling them about it. And then I want to share with the listeners something out of my journal that I wrote about you in here. And I just remembered this last night as I was preparing for you. I was like, all my other sisters that I brought on, I forgot to tell people how I acknowledge them in my journal. I forgot that of all the sisters that I've had on here, I forgot. So I have to show them and tell them about how I acknowledged you in my journal. So share with them tomorrow what's going on, because we definitely got to highlight that.
Okay, so we are kicking off the Woman's Earth membership drive. Super excited. Tomorrow, August 21st, I'll be going live on IG. Hopefully I will have more luck with the technology tomorrow than I had today. But I'm just going to be asking my tribe sisters to just ask to join me. We're just going to talk about, just like we're doing now, just how it's been being a member of the Woman's Earth, the benefits, because there's so many. You know, we do have a business directory, a comprehensive plan to promote our sisters in business. That's very important part of our platform. There is a leadership council, and every council has a committee, so that an opportunity to serve, to ensure that our sisters are being taken care of. So we are more than just pretty pictures. You know, we actually convene every Monday by video conference and get poured into by a member of our tribe, talk about different topics and an opportunity to just connect with each other. But then we also promote, support each other, our businesses. We talk about financial wellness, to how to use this essential oil for healing. So it's a holistic journey covered by sisterhood and love. And all of how you can get connected and join our tribe is going to kick off tomorrow, August 21st. Friday, join me on IG Live, 6 p.m. CST time.
CST time. And if they wanted to reach out to you through the Woman's Earth, I have it scrolling across the screen, but also give them your website information and your social media platforms.
Okay, so social media at the Woman's Earth. That's the THEWOMANS Earth. Okay. Or you can get on thewomans.earth.com, same spelling. Or you can go to our Facebook page, The Woman's Earth, same spelling. Yeah. Or you can email me and we can talk, info@thewomans.earth.com. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have about our sisterhood, how you can get involved, and how being a part of this tribe can benefit you, benefit your family, and benefit your community.
Right. Yeah, and I have to say, like we were on a Power Up Monday called Monday Night, and I was speaking on how to make you a priority for yourself.
That's right. And that was a powerful session.
Oh, it was a powerful session. Woo! And so, you know, I have to publicly say this about Jay. I just have to say it, and for the record, and it's with all my heart. Jay, I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to be the best me. When there was other people who were in a position to where they could have helped me, they didn't. They looked down on me like, oh, she don't have enough experience, or she don't have the title, or she's not ready. She's just dreaming, or, you know, just looked over me for whatever reason, for whatever their own ideas in their mind was, whatever their mindset was. But you saw something different in me. I would never forget. We were in, was it Tobago? I think it was Tobago. Yeah, because we went to Tobago in 2018, right? Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you and I had like a little quiet moment, and we got back to Houston, and I met up with you at your house, at your studio, and we were saying a prayer and something. And my God, all I remember you saying, I'd asked you a question. I said, you know, sis, I really want to do this, but I'm really scared and nervous. I said, I don't have, at that time I had hired Thesha Jenkins, and, you know, I'd started developing myself and hired her for public speaking and all that, but I still didn't have the confidence in myself. And you said, well, God say, yes, the time is now. You said, are you going to move forward? I said, you said, and the Spirit just told me that you need to speak and move forward. I said, okay. You said, would you be open to speaking at my brunch? Girl, I could have passed out. Do you hear me what you said? I could have passed out, because immediately I knew it was going to be 100 women there. Like, I knew that, you know, so I'm like, what? First big engagement at your brunch, and you know, all these big people and all that, you know, all that anxiety just set in, and, you know, and so I said, and I said to myself, she said that it's time and to say yes. So I got back with Thesha, and I, you know, went over our notes, and, you know, I just started developing what I was going to say and all of that. And so to tell y'all how much of Jay is to support women that are nervous and still don't have enough confidence in themselves. She allowed me to speak about and present Love in a Box, and she intentionally added me into her agenda on her New Year's Eve brunch event that she had, and I introduced Love in the Box to the world that day before Love in the Box hit the market. That's what type of sister J is. And so for that, I am forever grateful, because that was your brunch and your event, and you gave your sister a chance to introduce her product at your event. You intentionally gave me a couple of minutes in your agenda and then not only that, I was able to bless some sisters with some affirmation cards and mirrors. And when I tell you, when I go different places, those sisters still walk around with those affirmation cards and mirrors. And they'll say, I remember you. I got your affirmation card right here. And I'm talking, this is 3 years later. You know, yes. So like, I was like, my God, so that moment was meant to happen. So from that moment there to point now to launching and all of that, it was because you were one of the people who believed in me and gave me the opportunity. So I just want to publicly thank you. I really appreciate that. And so that's what I'm saying, people. This is what the Woman's Earth is all about. So let me just read from my journal. I have a part in the back that says acknowledgement. And so the part that I wrote about Jay is, I said that Pierre of the Woman's Earth, thank you for being the self-love advocate like no other. You showed me a sisterhood and a sacred space to build genuine relationships of a lifetime. Thank you for giving me my first opportunity to introduce Love in a Box to the world. That is in my journal, in the back.
You don't make me cry, Benita. All of the women that you have touched, that you have facilitated healing for, that you have healed, that you have changed.
Yeah.
There isn't enough time on an agenda, on a program.
Yeah.
Nothing will ever compare to that.
Yeah.
And you're just getting started.
Yeah.
So the pleasure and honor was mine, because I saw it. I could see where it was going. I could see you are the truth. You mean what you say what you mean, and you operate from a heart space. Everything that you do correlates beautifully with your brand, because that's truly who you represent. And I'm just blessed that you have been my friend. You've been my sister. You've always been there. You've always asked about me. You've always loved on me. So, my prayer is that I'm just as good of a sister to you as you are to me. And that's really what this is all about. I love you deep.
I love you deep too, sister. Yeah. Yep. I do. So, with that being said, because you're not going to have me crying on here. I'm looking you dead in the camera. I'm not going to shed a tear. I'm going to keep smiling. We're not going to start all that. So is there anything else that you'd like to share with the people? Because we don't want to hold them too long. We just had to, let them know who Jay is, how we met, and, about your amazing retreats, your sisterhood, and all of that. We had to let the people know. And guys, please don't forget about tomorrow. And we'll put it in the comments too, about tomorrow for Jay, in case if you want to set your clocks for that and set your schedule for it. But anything else?
Just that I love you. Y'all need to get a Love in a Box. If you've never had one, you missing out.
Oh my God. Yes,
you can go on the woman'searth.com business directory.
Yes.
Search for Benita Ledet. Connect with her. Get her Love in a Box. Get your healing.
Yes.
Support my sister.
Yes.
And it's the real deal.
For the ladies that think that you want to join the Woman's Earth, please mention to Jay that, you saw it on this broadcast. That way we know that we're reaching people through the social media waves. God just told me to start having conversations with my sister. It all started from my anniversary leading up to that. But then I saw the power in it, in having conversations and how people are connecting after we're having these calls. So please mention to Jay that you saw it on the broadcast. And in that way, we know that we need to have more conversations like this, because we just want to see people be blessed. That's it. There's no hidden agenda. There's no nothing. I ain't trying to sell you nothing. It's just a genuine love conversation. That's it.
That's right.
But if you can get something out of it, and if you can be blessed by something, that's what it's all about. That's right. What it's all about. It's too many people hurting right now in the pandemic, and we want to let you know that we have the kind of heart, even with Jay's global sisterhood. I'm on the spiritual care team. The spiritual care team, shout out to the spiritual care team. Hey. Jenee, Naomi.
Hey.
But that is just what I do. Like, I pray for people. And the minute those sisters send me, we on a group me, the minute those sisters send me something and say, hey, such and such is going on, we need to pray for someone. I'm on it. Like ASAP. And so that's what it's all about. It's about showing love any kind of way you can. And that's just who I am. That's who I've been all my life. I'm just finally, I want to say exposing it. That might be a good word, exposing it. Because I kind of set in the back burner and people didn't really know what I did. I think people think I was just showing up with a cute box to say I was selling something or whatever. I don't know what to start, but like now they really get it. So.
And once you get it, you got it.
Yes. But that is all that I have. Is that all that you have, sis?
Yes, sis. My heart is full. Thank you so much for having me on. This is so beautiful. Yes. I've enjoyed every minute, and I'm honored, and I just appreciate you.
Absolutely. Ditto here. Okay, Facebook, we're going to sign off. Jay, you stay right there. We're going to sign off Facebook. Thank you for tuning in. And I just want to say, I know sometimes these conversations are long, but they're necessary and they're needed. And if you can't stay and watch the whole broadcast sometime, I have a YouTube channel. I'm going to put it in the comments. I always upload the videos to YouTube. So maybe when you're driving in to work or, cleaning around the house or something, just listen to it. It has been some very good conversations. You may just accidentally click on one that might bless your life. That's so right now, I'm signing off Facebook. Thank you for your time. Sending you love and light. Love and light. Somebody loves you, baby. If there's anything that I can do, please inbox me. I know we can make something happen. All I'm trying to do is keep love flowing through the social media waves, through the social media. Just that's all I'm trying to do, because we need it. Love is so necessary right now.
That's right.
Signing off. Stay right there.
Bye, everybody.